everyone, welcome back to another Director's Educational Special. Here, we make learning easy. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and ask questions. Let's get into class. Hola.
Yes.
Hello, welcome to class. I'll be teaching you literature today, and our focus would be on drama. Drama, you say. Remember, drama is one of the genres of literature, and it is an important genre of literature because of all aspects of literature, it is the only one that deals with real life happenings. It is the one that deals with dialogues. It uses the characters to expose the ills of the society or the things we see on a daily basis in the society. Now let's talk about it. What do you think drama is? Drama is the portrayal of fictional or non-fictional work of art as a written performance. Remember I said a fictional or non-fictional work of art as a written performance. So all those ones you see students performing during graduation ceremonies, during parties on the stage, as far as they were not written beforehand, they cannot be addressed as drama, but they are called play. Now, despite the fact that play is categorized under drama, play is still not drama itself. So sometimes some questionnaires will ask you and say, what is the difference between drama and play? I will tell you now. Drama deals with the representation of life, with characters having dialogues, but it is written down. Meanwhile, play has to do with characters going on stage, maybe spontaneous acting, maybe revising a script that they have read before. Now, if someone is performing The Lion and the Jewel, it is a written script. It is transferred from a drama down to real life. So the drama is being acted out on a stage. It becomes a play. So some textbooks will tell you the drama is a written work of art that is meant to be acted on a stage. Is that clear? Okay. Now, drama is a written work of literature that is meant for performance. But despite the fact that it is meant for performance, it still has some beautiful genres. Should I call it genres or beautiful let's just go on. Like it contains some rudiments for you to ascertain what a good drama should be or should not be. Now, but before we go on to that, let's talk about drama and theater. Remember I said play is what you act on stage, while drama is the very one you read from a written script. Now you should understand that a play, for you to act it out, it has to be written, or maybe you have to think it out, right? And then, you know, your drama, a written work, has been thought out by someone, penned down, and then being acted out. So the difference between drama and theater. One, drama is a script of a play. Drama is what? A script of a play. And theater is now the performance of that script. Do you get it now? All right. Number two, there is a direct interaction between the characters in drama. But the character representation does not give you the true contextual meaning, unlike theater that gives you the contextual meaning between the dialogues of the characters. For example, BC in a drama text, BC was coming and met Bola. Now, you do not know the expression on the face of Bola or of BC at that particular moment. But when you're watching a form of theater or you're watching any play or theater, you see the expressions on the faces of the characters, and then the expression on their faces tells you more about what is about to happen. Either maybe if one of the characters was coming with a gloomy face, you already know something bad has happened, right? But if the person was coming with a smiley face, you know, wow, it means the person is about to give out a good news. Unlike in drama, where that is not really so much expressed. Number three, the interpretation of the play depends on the reader. I remember talking to some students about The Lion and the Jewel, and then I told them that for me, I feel Lakunle was not a good toaster. And they wondered why. But that was my own interpretation of the play. So for drama, the interpretation of the play depends on the reader. Meanwhile, for theater, the interpretation of the play depends solely on the audience. Do you get it now? Now, the actors have to give a good performance for the audience to get the direct interpretation that they want the audience to get. And finally, drama is an abstract entity. Drama is an abstract entity. Drama is not it's an idea that's been written down. It's not acted out. But the moment it becomes acted out on a stage, that is where it becomes a play, and hence theater is a physical entity. When I was in my younger days in school, I think there about JS2, some actors came to act the stage play The Gods Are Not to Blame. Now, I've read the book before that time, but watching that play on stage, somehow I felt very bad for Odewale, who, having grown up without his real parents, had to kill his own father and then get married to his own mother. I guess watching it being acted out right in front of me made me to feel connected to the characters. Do you get it? Now let's move on to types of drama. Types of drama. Are you going on with me? All right. Number one, tragedy. As far as you're a literature student, you always know we have three types of literature: tragedy, comedy, tragicomedy, right? No. But tragedy, what does tragedy really entail? We believe that once the story ends on a sad note, it is a tragedy, but not in all cases. Now, tragedy is when a sad event occurs in a work of art. Now, since we're talking about drama, when it occurs in a work of art and ends on that sad note, especially when the main character, the hero or the heroine, has a flaw that led to their downfall. When the hero or heroine has a flaw that led to their downfall. Now you can please note this down. That flaw is called hubris. It is called what? Hubris. Now, remember when you're watching tragedy, or maybe you're reading about tragedy, somehow your mood changes from being calm to being agitated, and then when it ends on a sad note, you're not happy yourself. But remember that the flaw of the main character having led to his downfall is what ends that particular work of art. And an example of that is The Gods Are Not to Blame. In The Gods Are Not to Blame, the character Odewale, who is the main character in that play, when he was born, the father and the mother, being Queen Ojuola and her husband, they had to invite Ifa priest to ask about the future of the child. And the Ifa priest said, this child will kill his father and marry his mother. And right there and then it was decided that the servant should go and throw the child, should go and kill the child. But this innocent servant felt, how would I kill that innocent baby? Why give away the life of a baby all because someone saw that he would kill his father and marry his mother? And then he realized that in another community, in another town, he had some relatives there who had been looking for their own child for a very long period of time. And so he took that baby to them and told them to please treat that child like their own. And because they did not have any child of their own, they brought up Odewale like their own child. And then the other family in this kingdom, they went on living. Ojuola had other children. But something happened. One day, Odewale, having grown up, became a farmer. And he went with his friends to see a herbalist who told him, you will kill your father and marry your mother. And he felt, I will kill my father and marry my mother? The man who had taken care of it for several years, instead of me to do that, let me run away from them. And then he ran away. He got to a new community, he planted yams, and when it was time for harvest, on getting to the farm, he met someone else harvesting his yam. Now, the character of Adewale is a hot-tempered person. And you know, a hot-tempered person never cares to listen to excuses. They meet out their anger and does everything in their mind before they tend to listen to excuses. And then, on seeing the man harvesting his own yams, he fled up and killed the man and buried him there. And then after realizing that he has killed somebody, he decided to run away so that they would not catch him. And when he ran, he came to this community where people were sick, they were dying, and then he helped them. He helped the farmers get back their farms. He helped the sick ones with herbs and everything. And then everything began to go well for that community. But something happened. The community felt, we have a queen all this while, but there is no king. Our king went on a journey and he did not return. And then they told him, marry our queen. Remember, he never knew Ojuola was his mother. He felt the other woman whom he ran from was his mother. And then he got married to Ojuola. Ojuola went ahead to have 2 children for him. And calamity befell this community. People started dying. So many things started happening. And then he met the man who gave him to the parents. He saw him as an uncle. I was like, my uncle, what are you doing here? And they had greetings. And then the man said, who is your wife? And he said, Ojuola. And then he called him and said that you are the boy who is causing the problem. And meanwhile, the other son, who was supposed to be king before Adewale came, heard of it. And he quickly went to tell the mother, and the mother was shocked. And she killed herself. Now, Adewale saying that the mother has killed herself, or I think he killed her. And then he got so angry and felt, since he has led to the downfall of this community, he gouged out his own eyes. After gouging out his own eyes, he now left the community with his 2 children. Now, he led to his own downfall. Because first, he should have been patient after hearing such a thing to meet his parents. That this is what I heard. What do you think we can do about it? And then they would have told him, we are not your real parents. And what had happened would not have happened. And I kept asking myself, why did Olaratimi say the gods are not to blame? But truly, the gods are really not to blame. Now let's move on to comedy. Comedy is not just a type of play that entertains, rather it is a type of play that is light in mood. You know, everything is just going well, everybody is enjoying themselves. There is no, even if there is a problem that needs solution, the solution comes easily as expected, and it happens so much times in our Nigerian movies. You know, your Nollywood movies, you will see a prince who will fall in love with a village girl, and then he will take her home, and the mother will say, you cannot marry him. And later on, the gods will say that is his wife, and then we accept her, and she will become a princess. Do you get it? So that is what we call comedy. Now, even if there is a serious problem in comedy, it is not enough to cause the hero or anyone in the play a serious harm. And find another one, we have tragicomedy. Now, tragicomedy is a play that or a drama that contains tragedy and comedy. Both tragedy and comedy. Now, but in this instance, it might not really be the hero's fault, but it would be something that the hero can be able to solve. In my notes, I said that this is a combination of tragedy and comedy in a play. The play begins on a sad note and ends happily. The play begins on a sad note and then ends happily. Now, we have melodrama. Melodrama. Melodrama is a type of play written for entertainment purposes. Now, I know most of you like to watch Mr. Macaroni, Josh 2 comedy, all those comedies, right? Those comedies are what we call melodrama. They're written for entertainment purposes. And then we have farce. Farce. Now, farce is derived from a Latin word which means stuff. Do you get it? It means to stop. Now, this type of drama is just meant to make you laugh. It's meant to make you laugh while dealing with the problems of the society. It makes you laugh. We can say the likes of Mr. Macaroni, the likes of Basket Mouth falls under this category. You know, every year Alibaba January 1st comedy, you watch it and then you begin to laugh, you enjoy yourselves, and then somehow you feel light-hearted. So that's an example of a farce. And then satire. Now, satire basically, despite the fact that it uses humor, but the humor are clouded to expose the ills of the society. Now, example is a play written by Wole Soyinka, A Play of Giants. Now, as at that time, the Nigerian government has gone deep into corruption. Funnily enough, right now corruption has gone deeper than it used to be then. And then Wole Soyinka felt the only way he can write about it and not be arrested was for him to write that particular satire, and A Play of Giants by Wole Soyinka. Now we are moving on to structures of drama. Structures of drama. I hope you're not tired. Please, let's move on. Structure of drama. Number one, plots. What do you think plot is? Most times when you see your exam questions, there's always a question about plot. What do you think plot is? Now, plot is the artistic arrangement of the action of events in a story. Plot is the artistic event of the action of events in a story in order to bring out a particular thing at the end of the day. Now, example is The Lion and the Jewel. The Lion and the Jewel. They had to use Ilujinle, right? But the story was not about Ilujinle. Rather, the story was about the modern society and the older society having conflict of interest. And then at the end of the day, we realize that the older society won over the modern society, because despite the fact that the modern society was wise, but the wisdom of the old man cannot be compared to that of a young man. Another one is theme. You know, theme is the subject matter of any play. The moment you go through some work, you have to say, okay, what is the theme? What is the major thing this book is talking about? Like I just talked about the conflict between the older and the younger generation, and then beauty as vain. Those are the themes of the play Lion and the Jewel. And then, because it's a drama, it usually contains acts and scenes. Works are, instead of like in a prose where it is divided into chapters, but for drama it is divided into acts and scenes. And then we have prologue. You know, where somebody will come and introduce the play and tell us, now this is the eye-opener of the reader or the audience to the play they're about to watch or read. And then we have epilogue, which comes at the end of the play to tell us about what we have watched or read. And then we have flashback. Flashback is a technique used to bring back something that has happened in the past to the present, showing a connection between the past and the present. And you already know the protagonist is the main actor of the play. Now let's move on to questions on drama. I hope you're ready to answer questions with me. All right, I have some questions written down here. Now, a play is a tragedy when the weakness in the main character leads to his downfall. The weakness in a character leads to his downfall. Now, a dialogue is important in drama because it is the conversation and reveals the minds of the characters. It is the conversation in drama and reveals the minds of the characters. Like let's use the lion and the jewel for instance. The character Lakunle, it is from his words we realize that he is not so as educated as he claimed to be, right? Good. So let's pick another question. One of the difference between tragedy and comedy is, there is humor in comedy, but not in tragedy. There is humor in comedy, but not in tragedy. Alright. What is comic relief? What is comic relief? Comic relief is the use of humorous characters and speeches in a particular scene or most of the scenes in a tragic work. Comic relief is the use of humorous characters and speeches in scenes in a tragic work of art. Alright, let's see another question. How is drama different from poetry? Remember I told you when we started the class. So tell me, how is drama different from poetry? Now, poetry is a long narration, right? That uses figures of speech, it expresses the mood of the writer, the mode and the tone, right? Different from drama. So tell me, how is it different from drama? Now remember I told you that drama involves dialogue, communication between two or more persons, unlike in poetry where everything just goes in a straight line. Do you get it now? Alright. A speech made at the end of a dramatic performance is generally called don't tell me it is prologue. It is a what? Epilogue. We just talked about it right now. It is an epilogue. Alright? So, this brings us to the end of our class. I hope you enjoyed watching me. Thank you for watching. See you in our next class. Do have a wonderful day. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Bye-bye.